Here with Coach, through scrimmages, now that you've gotten to watch back those scrimmages on a film, anything stick out from Saturday?
Yeah, well, I thought we were pretty well prepared. I think that we knew the teams that we were playing against coming in, and I can't say this enough how much the indoor facility has helped us. We're on a full field for the last 3 weeks of practice basically, and it just helps us with our spacing, our clearing, and riding, which are all full field. Fast breaks are all full field things, and it's really helped us. And I think we have a good senior group, a couple of juniors sprinkled in there that give us a lot of experience. So I think the combination of having the facility and the experience coming back helped us play pretty well for the first scrimmage. Because
of that, how far ahead now do you think you were maybe at this point a year ago with the clears and stuff like that?
Well, I think we're way ahead. I think that we're looking now. Of course, I'll tell you more on Saturday after we scrimmage a couple more times. But I think we're way ahead of where we were. I'd say that we would be equivalent to 3 or 4 games into the season.
You're still playing around just a little bit with the midfield lines on Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, how much do you want to get that finalized at this point of the year?
Well, we're not too concerned about that. We feel we have 5, 6, 7 midfielders that can play for us, and we want to see who's going to do what in scrimmages. So we tried some different combinations. With the way the offense works, it's kind of a 4-midi offense anyways, so that it doesn't hurt us to try different combinations. And we've been doing it all since we got back. And guys like Galasso that didn't really practice for much in the fall are back in the spring, and we got to get him back out there in the full swing of things.
In talking to Tim Barber on Saturday, he said one guy that kind of stood out was Sergio. How has he kind of parlayed his scout team role last year into more of a role this year?
Well, he's done really well. We've used him on the wing and defensively some last year, some offensively, and there's a lot of depth there, so it's tough. But Sergio's doing well, and he finds other ways to get on the field, like I said, with the wing on the face-off and ground balls. So he's doing well, and I think Timmy Barber was one guy that really stood out in the scrimmages also.
Mm-hmm. And Coach Rogers said Sergio is obviously one of the faster guys on the team. This offseason, he said, really regimented routine. Did you guys really see that when he came in?
Yeah, he's always worked very hard. That's certainly a strength of his. And he has always come in and talked about the offense, defense, clears, and rides. So he tries to be a student of the game, which I think helps him. As I said all along, the guys who understand the offense and defense tend to get on the field quicker than guys who don't. And he's one of them that has worked hard to understand different aspects of the game here at Syracuse.
Randy grew up playing box lacrosse, and I'm kind of curious from your perspective what that does for you as a field lacrosse coach and that kind of team.
Well, traditionally, field players have very good stick work. They've been one-handed, which for some teams is hard to get used to. But Randy, I think his biggest attribute is the fact that he picks things up so quickly, and for being here just a short period of time. And traditionally, box players will shoot very well on goals. They're used to shooting on a smaller goal in box lacrosse. All of a sudden, they get by a 6x6 in field lacrosse, and there's a lot more goal to shoot at. But he's transitioned really well. He's brought the box game to the field game, and he's very comfortable with it.
Coach, you guys have 6 goalies on your roster. You got the most in the ACC. What do you think of the depth you guys have going into this season?
Well, I think it can only help. I mentioned earlier, a number of midfielders that could play for us. If we had a smaller roster, some of those guys wouldn't be there. And the competition in the goal, and especially on the face-off. Part of our depth, as far as the roster is concerned, is we've had a hole in the face-off position for the last couple of years. So a lot of guys have either transferred in from a junior college, or come here as freshmen because they think they have a shot at playing. As a result, it's become very competitive, and I think it's making our face-off guys even better with all the competition. Mm-hmm.